Hi guys, this is Chris Davies from carproductstested.com, and today I'm in the 2017 Volvo V90 D4 R design. So I thought I'd show you how it drove and handles, and a few of the other good points. And I really like this car. I've had it on test for a week. This is the last day, so I've had it give it a good run down motorways and towns and country roads and all sorts. I've got a really good feel for the car. So yeah. So as you can see, you've got this great display. I didn't on the XC90, which I tested a couple of years ago with this in. I didn't like it so much, but I've kind of got used to it now. It's well laid out and it isn't distracting. I know some people have said it is, but it's not really. I tell you, this will be a good time to demonstrate the pilot assist. So I'm doing 40. I've put it in pilot assist, and now, although we're on a straight road, it's maintaining the road cambers and all sorts. It's maintaining a straight line. It'll go around corners as well. Doing that, and basically it's told me to apply steering now. All that means is that basically I'll be able to leave a light touch on the steering wheel and it'll do it for me. Some people might think this is gimmicky, but I've used it on 2 motorway journeys and I used it for 90% of the journey. It makes the journey much more relaxing. It allows you to have a much less stressful drive. Oh, I can show you this again. So we're going around the corner now at 40. I'm not touching the steering. Well, I'm touching it, but it's steering for me. Let's see if it steers around this little bit here. Yeah, you've obviously got to slow down for the roundabout, but on a motorway it's perfect. I found around town in cities and stuff, I don't like using it as much, simply because it's basically a little bit hair-raising at times. It's a good system, but yeah. So this has got not only got the pilot assist on it, it's also got the adaptive cruise control. So this car in front of me is 60 miles an hour, this guy in front's doing 50, so I can't overtake because of the hatch markings, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to set it to 60 miles an hour. I'm just going to let the car do the work. It doesn't make you a lazy driver, pilot assist. What it does is it allows you to be more alert, and that sounds contradictory, but it's not, because this car will have long drives on motorways, especially in heavy traffic. It can really take an effect not only on your stress levels, but also it can take effect on your concentration. You're constantly concentrating, that makes you very tired. The Volvo combats this by, now it's steering on its own along this long bend. I've just got my hands lightly on the steering wheel just to keep in touch with it, especially in case anything happens, but the car's braking for me now. It'd also accelerate. Obviously I'm going left at this roundabout, but it's braking all the way now, and now it's just going to accelerate again, and I'm just going to turn my speed down. It's really easy. It's just a touch of this right button. You might be able to see that on the screen, but again, I'm going to take pilot assist off now because I've got a few winding country sections, and it uses a lot of the time it'll use road markings to know where it is. But it is a really good system, and as I say, on motorways it works exceptionally well. I can't fault it. The only time I found it didn't work properly on motorways was when there was a long corner, as in more of a sharp one, where you go over the top of the motorway to come back onto another one, as it were, and we had it set at 70 and it started crossing the line then, because the car's obviously got this force is pushing it sideways at that speed, so you couldn't quite handle that. But on normal motorway conditions, it's absolutely fine. This is an exceptionally easy car to drive, it really is. It's very relaxing, and that's not relaxing as in sleepy relaxing, it just takes all the stress off you. You know, the adaptive cruise control works brilliantly. What I'm actually going to do now is, because I've got a country road section, I want to show you guys how it performs. I'm just going to pull over here. You can do this while you're driving, but just to show you guys how it works. Okay, this is another thing, it's put it into stop start, the handbrake that is applied automatically. So I want to put this car into dynamic. It's easy, there's a drive mode selector just below this, you can't see, it's just below the gear selector, but basically I want the more dynamic braking on. So what I do is I go to settings, my car, oh, not that, there he goes, settings, my car, individual driving mode, and what I'll do is you scroll down here, actually I'll put it into dynamic mode and you'll see the revs rise instantly. So now it's doing 1000 RPM, you can hear the rev now is high. If I put it back into comfort, the revs drop again. So I'm putting it into dynamic mode. I'm then going to go back into the settings, my car, individual drive mode, and I'm going to put the brake characteristics into dynamic, which gives me better braking force. Not that they aren't great anyway, but as you can see here, it gives you steering force. It's automatically does it on dynamic drive mode. So we've got a 60 miles an hour limit coming up here, and I'm going to use the manual mode. So I'm doing 35 now. Straight over slightly then. miles an hour I'm doing it, doing 1500 RPM. It's got an 8-speed gearbox on. Where is that car situated? Seems to be looking down rather than up the road ahead. It's got an 8-speed gearbox. You can use it in manual, in dynamic mode, you can use it in manual, or you can just use it in full automatic. I'll actually put it back into automatic to show you the shifts, how well it does. Because what dynamic mode does is, it adjusts the steering force, and it also adjusts the gear changes. 30, 40, 50, 60. I'll tell you what this car does nothing about. The V4 engine is a 2-litre turbocharged diesel engine with obviously the 8-speed gearbox, but it produces 190 horsepower and 295 pounds-feet of torque, which is 400 newton meters if you use that. Again, acceleration up is quite a steep hill. Gear changes are smooth, there's never any jerkiness about them. Even when you're really hammering it, it doesn't really get that. It's a very quiet car as well. I mean, these are the 18-inch, I think, alloys, but the tyres aren't so low profile that you're getting banged about and you get tons of road noise or anything, which is good. The handle's lovely as well. The steering actually, it does feel a little bit numb in that electronic type of way. Let's let this guy out. But it's not. It's meant to be more sporty. I mean, the air design has got a lowered chassis. Go 30, 40, 50, 60. I love the torque on this. It's just brings it in such a nice way. What I'm going to do now is I've used that, shown you all that works. So I'm just going to put it back into comfort mode, and I'm going to set it at 60 miles an hour, nice and easy. I'll show you the satellite navigation actually. Nice big screen. It's just a lovely driving car, this V90. Volvo's really nailed it with this car. It's superb. And a lot of people say Volvo have nailed it. That seems to be a across the board thing that journalists are saying about this V90, but it's true. They've really done a great job on this car. Get rid of that again. It's got all sorts of safety systems on. It's got road sign recognition. That's been out for a few years, but it seems to work better now than it used to do. It seems to pick them up easier. And the car's actually, it says 23.3 miles per gallon, but I've been hammering the car, so that's not really a reflection of what this will actually do. On a motorway I got 57 miles to the gallon average, and around town I've had 52, 53 miles to the gallon average, so it's actually very good. It weighs, I think it's drive weight, I think they call it, where it's got like 90% tank of fuel in, all the fluids, etc. Of course, that's weighs just over 1,700 kilograms, which, considering it's, you know, a big car, it really is a long car as well, wide car. We've kept the weight down pretty well. So even in there, just comfort mode is actually a really nice car. It still gives you a really lovely wave of torque, and you know, there's in fact I can just overtake, because this is only doing 4 to this car. So you saw how good the acceleration was just then. Completely legal overtake, by the way. It's a 60 miles an hour limit, you know, to a 30. Wasn't really any point in overtaking him, but I thought, for the benefit of the viewers, I thought to demonstrate how well it works, how nice the acceleration is. Like I say, the steering is, you don't get great feedback on it, but it's a little bit numb, but it's still a lovely driving car, and if you want to drive about in dynamic mode and, you know, give it a little bit of a hammering, it's pretty good. You can actually get a suspension set called 4C as well, which I think is around a £1,600 option, and what that does is it has adjustable suspension, and that'll give you a firmer ride in a dynamic mode. It'll tighten it up, so that basically the suspension will give you better handling characteristics. Comfort mode and eco mode obviously soft on the suspension. This car hasn't got that package on, but it's still really nice. In eco mode, actually, that's all you need for around town. It doesn't give you an RPM dial, you can't quite see that, but it gives you like an eco thing instead, showing how green you're driving, as it were. Something I don't like is that really noisy indicator. It's awful. You hear that? Ugh. Don't like that at all. And there's another thing I don't like, which I'll show in the interior video, is these indicator stalk here. It looks and feels a bit cheap, to be quite honest. Plastic doesn't look very good on it. Other than that, this is a fantastic car. It really is. Great looking car too. I'll put a picture up on the screen of it. Really is a high quality ride and drive on this car. It feels like high quality car. As you can see, that's come on automatically. It recognises that I'm parking, and you can see the lines next to the curb. That's fantastic. It self parks this as well. You can just skip quickly if you wanted a reverse camera. You can just quickly skip into that. If you want a curb camera, just to show you how close you are, it's really close to the curb, that. But yeah, very, very good system. What I like about this is everything's almost automatic. When you come to the end of your journey in your car, you can just literally, the car is in stop start mode anyway. You can turn that off, which I have for normal mode, because the last few days have been really cold, and while the car's been warming up, I haven't wanted it to switch off, so I was still getting the benefit of the heat, etc. I turn that off normally, but once you're in eco mode, that's turned on automatically. So at the end of the journey, you can just come to a stop, the engine stops, put it in park, get out the car, and everything's done. Everything's switched off. The handbrake's automatically applied when you put it into park, and once you open the door, the handbrake automatically applies. The overall ride is lovely on this. Like I say, it's not too firm. The R design is firmer than the normal V90, so keep that in mind if you are looking at buying one. You get a more comfortable ride, and slightly in the other models, but to be quite honest, it doesn't ride too hard at all. Everyone said how nice it is, how well it rides over speed bumps and potholes and stuff. And as I say, the Volvo have kindly, thankfully, not put these stupidly skinny low profile tyres on, which really are not needed on a car like this. Even if you do get the more sporty models, still not needed, so you don't get all that horrible harshness and road noise through them. So good job on that front, Volvo. But I absolutely love this car, I really do. It's a fantastic vehicle. It's just really well made, gorgeous interior, everything's high quality, and I can't praise it high enough on that front. And motorway journey, 130 miles to the NEC Classic Motor Show. Felt like we've been in the car half an hour because of the adaptive cruise control, which brakes and accelerates for you, and also the pilot assist mode, which we use for 90% of the journeys on the way there, 130 miles and 130 miles on the way back. 90% of that journey was used with pilot assist, and it worked perfectly well. I'm very happy with that, and it literally feels like you've been in the car 20 minutes, half an hour. The seats, although they're more bucket seats, they're still very comfortable, and it's just Volvo have done a brilliant job on this. They should be really happy with themselves on that. It's a great car. So read the full review at carproductstested.com, and I hope you've enjoyed this video review, and please like and subscribe to this channel to support it. Thanks guys.